Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here back on the Nourishment Co YouTube channel. It has been a long while between recordings, but I am so glad that you're here. We have a beautiful yoga practice together today, focused on lymphatic drainage, right? So unlike our respiratory system or our circulatory system, which has lungs and a heart to pump things around the body, our lymphatic system, really important for our immunity and staying strong and well, doesn't have those pumps. So movement is how we shift lymph around the body. So that's the overall intention for today's practice. And it is winter right now, so especially great for winter, but of course you could be watching this video at any time of year. But still, a very, very important practice, and hence why we are here. You don't need much, just a mat. I'm sitting on a block to elevate the hips. So if you've got something to sit on for this first short little part at the start of the class, fantastic. Otherwise, let's get started. We're going to dive into Nadi Shodhana first, so alternate nostril breathing. Peace fingers of the right hand, sit at the third eye, Agya Chakra. Ring finger on the left nostril, thumb on the right nostril. We're going to breathe in left, exhaling right, pumping the navel as we go. It looks like this. All right. So we're going to do that left, breathe in left, breathe out right, pumping the navel the best way that you can, and then we'll switch sides. But let's get started when you're ready. Guys, continue. Pump the navel center the best way that you can, creating warmth, right? Bringing attention to navel center, strong navel, strong mind, but we're warming the body from the inside out. We're balancing left and right hemispheres of the brain, right? Breathing in left, breathing out right. Strong exhale, clear yourself with this strong exhale through the nose. Then take an inhale through the left, cleansing breath out through the right. Switch, inhale left, exhale right. Big breath in right. Cleansing breath out through the left. And then you can steady the breath, release the hand. We're going to move into prakasha next, right? So prakasha is light. We're practicing a mantra, aham prakasha, I am light. And it's your choice, right? Whether you're going to follow along with me using the mantra out loud. You might choose to say it in your head, or you might choose to say it in English in your head, whatever works, right? But I am light, aham prakasha. The arms are coming up, almost like cactus shape of the arms. Inhale, as we lift, actually we say aham prakasha, aham prakasha, I am light, aham prakasha. So here, we are cleansing the aura, strengthening the immune system. Aham prakasha. And as you chant this mantra, I want you to picture golden light, right? Maybe radiating from your center to start with, and then continuing to radiate out, right out towards the edges of your aura, right? This beautiful light that your body emits. Aham prakasha. Aham prakasha. Aham prakasha. Aham prakasha. Aham prakasha. Aham prakasha. So picture that radiant golden light emanating, filling up, expanding, right? Cleansing your whole system, especially your immune system here. Couple more rounds. Aham prakasha. Aham, prakasha. Aham, prakasha. One more. Aham, prakasha. Let's move straight into cleanse and activate. So you're going to reach the arms up, mitten mudra, right? So the fingers come together. Right side is going to pull down first, elbow into the side of the body, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, left side. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. And I want you to almost quite forcefully hit the sides of the body, right? With your elbows stimulating your lymphatic system, right? So cleanse and activate. I'm sure you're already starting to feel the heat and the energy rising towards the upper body, right? The activate. And we're using this moment, of course, to cleanse, right? To clear out the immune system, I should say strengthen and stabilize our immunity. Now, I know your arms and shoulders are probably speaking to you, but let's welcome that, right? Stay with me. It's a short, temporary moment. Stay with it. Last 20 seconds. Some of you might choose to increase the tempo. And then take a big breath in, reach up the arms, hold. Engage Mula Bandha, right? The base of your pelvis, lift up and hold. Closed eyes, rolled up towards third eye, Agya Chakra, stay. If you're holding the breath, sip in more breath, stay. Breathe out. Hands can rest, knees, navel grind. Exhale as you shift back. Inhale as you move forward. And we take this moment to stabilize and steady the breath, the heartbeat, and maybe sensing energy, golden light, moving around you, moving within you. Change direction, head the other way. And you'll notice my eyes are closed, right? We're keeping our attention inward, more curious about what's happening internally rather than what's happening on the outside. No need to watch your screen just yet. Stay inward. One more big circle. Alrighty. You can remove the block or your bolster or your pillow, whatever you're sitting on. Let's come straight up to standing. We're going to move through a couple of Qigong movements, right? Just again to get lymph moving. We're going to start with a swing of the arms, right? And you'll notice with this swing, not a lot of effort here, right? It's kind of, you're catching momentum like a grandfather clock. And you could almost be here, not muscling up the movement at all, not forcing the movement. You could almost be here for a really long time, right? Just this perpetual motion, like a pendulum of a grandfather clock. Now you might choose to bend the knees a little. Maybe that gives you a little bit of a swing. You might think kettlebell swing, not that intense, of course. You might feel blood, energy, right, kind of swinging towards the fingertips, which on these cool winter mornings especially is nice. And welcome to my new home studio, actually. I forgot to mention that. I did a couple of tests and can appreciate that maybe this corrugated wall behind me might create a bit of a magic eye effect. But yeah, hopefully I didn't just bring that to your awareness. Alrighty. Let's change the swing of the arms. Let's go this way. Right? And again, we're just allowing the arms to swing. Don't think too much about it. It doesn't matter if the arms are alternating the cross or not. We're just allowing the arms to swing. Right? We stand here with this intention of, I'm cleansing. I'm cleansed. I'm clear. Crystal clear. And again, immersed in this golden light. Now I'm worried that you're having this magic eye effect with this vertical corrugated wall behind me. Just keep your eyes on me. Try not to look at the wall. All right. Let's change it up. So take the feet a little wider. You're just going to swing. And you'll notice the arms just kind of naturally swing around, making a big circle. This is also nice. You might find the hands just gently tap the kidneys behind you, stimulating kidney channel. And you can allow the eyes to follow as well, but not necessarily looking at anything in particular. Right? It's a soft eye gaze. All right, we're going to do one more here. So bringing yourself back to center, last one. Bring the feet a little closer, and you're going to swing the arms opposites. And again, there's the coral wall behind me. Swinging the arms opposites. And again, not muscling it up, finding a sense of momentum. And again, with this intention of cleansing, clearing. The studio is not quite finished, as you can see. We've still got a concrete floor. Almost ready to have some people here, which will be fun. And it gives me a nice space that I can film in no matter what the weather is doing outside. Alrighty, let's let the arms come back to center. All right, let's move into just one round of Surya Namaskar, the classical version. So coming to the top edge of your mat, reaching both arms up on an inhale. Maybe a little back bend if that feels right. And then we're going to exhale, fold forward. You might choose to reach the arms forward, lengthening through the spine and the arms, dropping the head. We're going to step the left foot back, dropping the knee and untucking the toes. And the hands might come up to the right knee, or the right thigh, I should say. Or you might reach the arms up into the sky. And we stay here, opening up the hips and the heart. Feel that opening through the front, especially the front of the left hip. And then a nice opening at the heart here as you reach. Breathe deeply into the front ribs. And then as we exhale, placing the hands down, stepping back to high plank. Now remembering you can do high plank here on your knees if you need to, yeah? Otherwise, tuck the toes, lift the kneecaps, hold. Ashtanga Namaskar, put the knees, the chest and the chin down. And I'm just being mindful of my microphone here, so carefully, and you should too, imagine that you have a microphone attached to your chest. So there's more weight in the hands, less in the chin, right? More weight in the hands, less in the chin. Slide forward for cobra. Now you've got a baby cobra here, right? The heart gently lifted. You've got a bigger cobra here, more weight into the hands, more strength in the back. Take an inhale. Downward facing dog for the exhale. Take a breath here. And a breath out. And then stepping the right foot forward. Drop the back knee. Reach the arms up. Take a big breath in. We stay. Again, opening up the hips and the heart. Expanding through the front of the heart. Contracting through the back of the heart. Take one more big breath in. Forward fold on your exhale. You can put your hands down to support. Step forward. Left foot meets the right foot. Forward fold. Rise up to stand. Now you can roll up with a rounded spine, or you might choose to come up with a flat back. Whichever feels most right for this moment. Maybe a back bend on an in. And then hands to heart for your out. We stay here for one breath. Breath out. And then reaching the arms up, take a big breath in. Bowing forward your way for the breath out. And then stepping the right foot back, dropping the knee, untucking the toes, and reaching the arms up into the sky. Taking a big breath as we stay. Attention, right hip, front of right hip. See if we can lengthen the heart, maybe even the chin a little closer to the sky. And then as you exhale, put the hands down and step back to your high plank, remembering you can be on knees if you need to. We take a moment here, feeling the front body, gripping the earth with the fingertips, the knuckles. Chandra Namaskar, knees, chest, chin. Notice how the hands stay close to the rib cage, the elbows hugging into the side body, the sit bones reaching up to the sky as you've got this beautiful extension in your spine. Cobra, baby, or a bigger cobra, your choice. Continue to ground through the knuckles and the fingertips, move the heart forward, shoulders back, downward facing dog for the exhale breath. We stay here, breathe in. We stay here, breathe out. Then stepping the left foot forward, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, hands to thigh, or maybe reaching up into the sky. I love that little rhyme. Inhaling, expanding front ribs. Forward fold on your exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Stay here, breathe in. Stay here, breathe out. Rise up to stand your way, reaching up, maybe a little back bend if it feels right. And then exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment, breathe in. And a moment to breathe out. Do that again, breath in. And a breath out. One more, inhale. And then exhale. And then opening your eyes, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sinking down into your chair. Right, so find the feet first, right? Grounded through the four corners of your feet. Move the knees and the hips more back, right? So you don't want to be here with the knees and hips forward, move the hips back. So as you look down, you can see your toes, even your feet quite clearly. Lengthen the tailbone down, pull the front of the pelvis up. So we've just tilted the pelvis back slightly, keeping strength and space here. Lengthen out through the sides of your body, keep the shoulders back and down, keep your neck free. And then reach the arms. And if it feels better to be in cactus arms, that's an option, right? Any reason the shoulders aren't happy here, then maybe hands at heart instead. And we stay in our chair just for 2 more steady breaths. 2 more steady breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath in. Breathe out fully. And then rise to stand. We're stepping the left foot back into crescent lunge. All right, so find crescent. Now this can be modified with the back knee down. If you are modifying, make sure this leg stays alive, right? We're not collapsed in the lunge. We're grounded and we're lifting, right? We feel strength. We draw the energy out of the earth. Now here, keeping the theme of today, right? Moving lymph around the body. Here, exhale. Inhale as we cactus the arms, opening up the heart back extension. Exhale as you reach forward. Inhaling, opening heart. Exhaling. Couple more. Again. Find crescent, inhale. And then open up into warrior 2 for the exhale. So did you see that shift I did with the back foot? Because now I want the right heel and the left arch aligned in my warrior 2. Now just check out the difference between this warrior 2 and this warrior 2, right? So we don't want to be up here. We want to pull it back, sink down into your warrior. Balance the hips here. Pull the front of the pelvis up, lengthen the back of the pelvis down. Reach the arms parallel with the floor. Make sure the backhand is in alignment with the front. Right? Warrior 2. On an inhale here, we're going to reach the arms up, straightening the front leg, and you might choose to look towards your left, or you might choose to look up. Exhale as you come back to warrior two. And I want you to imagine we're moving through mud, right? Or Nutella. Let's think of Nutella. Let's move through Nutella. As we reach up, we're pressing against Nutella. And then as we exhale, we're pressing down against Nutella. Can you notice that the head is also changing? Inhale and exhale. We feel strength in the side body. We feel length here also. We're going to do just one more. Inhale. Exhale. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, breathe in. And now exhale, bring the right elbow to the right knee, reach the left arm up and over, side angle. Right, so can you see how we're moving the arms here? Right, creating as much movement, as big flowy movements as we can. And again, with this intention of cleansing and clearing, strengthening immune system, strengthening aura. So from reverse warrior to side angle. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Notice the front knee stays. Side angle, breath out. One more like that, breathe in. And then breath out. Now I know your legs are talking to you, so let's come back to standing. Levitating light bird here. We bend the knees. Inhale. As we reach the arms up, coming to tippy toes, notice that the back of the hands, I think my hands might be out of the shot now, but the back of the hands come up to touch and then exhale as we come back down, right? So it looks like this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose, tippy toes, exhale through the mouth. So a nice, steady, graceful, gentle movement here. Feeling the heat and the energy that we've just created in the body with our standing postures, and then moving that around the system. Continuing to strengthen, clear our immune system, but also the aura. Levitating light body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Staying with your right foot forward, left foot back. Let's find side angle again. Right forearm on the right thigh. Make sure this hand is not in the way. Your left hand, right, your top arm, reaching on a big breath in. Exhaling as you shift it back, right, pressing the hand. Again, we're moving through Nutella. Inhale. And exhale. You can imagine this I'm picturing like a pump, or more like a wheel, like the big windmills in Holland, and they move water, right, with these windmills. Is that the case? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Or do they grind seed? I don't know. But I'm picturing this big water wheel, I'm sure you can picture the ones. And that water wheel is moving, right? Moving things around the body, right? Cleansing the system. Let's change direction. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to come up and over. Exhale to come down. One more big breath in. Let's just say a windmill, yeah? Arrowhead. Shift the hips so they're square now with the front of your mat. The back knee can be down to modify if you need to. You're going to make the biggest circle that you can. Inhale here. Exhale as you sweep up and back, right? Inhale. That's a big challenge for the mobility of your shoulders as well. Inhale as you reach. Exhale. Change direction. And I'm touching my new corrugated wall here. Inhale. Hopefully you've got a little bit more space than I do. Big breath. One more. Come back to stand. Levitating light bird a second time. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do one more here, steadying and stabilizing, but continuing to move, creating flow. Come to stand. Hands to heart, Kamala Mudra. Inhale, blooming lotus. Exhale, tracing the edges of a blooming lotus, taking as many breaths as you need to for the hands to gently come back to heart. We start with Kamala, we breathe in. And then exhale. Now, typically we do this with our eyes closed. And you are picturing, sensing, even feeling and touching the edges of a blooming lotus. Kamala Mudra, Lotus Mudra. Inhale. Notice how we can shift our internal landscape with a more gentle, graceful, feminine movement and breath, creating a sense of balance, equanimity, also helping to steady, to stabilize. One more round. When we finish, hands at heart, maybe Kamala Mudra, maybe Anjali Mudra. Notice where you're at. Again, reminding ourselves of our intention, cleansed, clear, strengthened. And then opening your eyes, let's shift to the other side. I'm moving to the other side of my mat so I can stay facing towards you in some of these things, okay? But you don't have to change the ends of your mat, all right? Let's start with chair pose again, Utkatasana. Right, so finding your chair, remember feet, knees, hips, rib cage, spine, arms, heart, breath. 2 more. 1 more. Crescent lunge. Step the right foot back. Inhale as we open up the heart, cactus the arms. Exhale as you sweep, reaching forward, flexing slightly in the spine. Inhaling as we extend to the point that feels right. Exhale. You can modify this one with the back knee on the mat if it needs to be. But we're here for a short temporary moment. Remembering we're trying to create as much movement in our systems as possible throughout this practice. 1 more. Warrior 2. Realign the feet. Find your warrior 2. Sink down. Find your arms, lengthen your neck. Go triangle with the legs, reach the arms up, breathe in. You might choose to look up. Exhale, moving through Nutella. Inhale. One more. Reverse warrior, flip the front palm, breathe in. Side angle, elbow to thigh, reach up and over, breathe out. Good. Beautiful flowy movement here. Try and keep the legs still though. Right, so we're not pulling out of the stance of the legs, right, but we're moving from hips to fingertips. Breathing in as you reach back, reversed warrior. Exhaling as you shift forward, side angle. Good. Continue, couple more rounds. Feeling warmth in the legs? Let's come back to standing. Levitating light bird. Levitating light body, sorry. Or it could be levitating light bird. We could be a bird here, right? The arms are definitely doing a bird movement. Levitating light bird, levitating light body. Inhale. Two more. Come to stand. And let's do the same on the other side. So sorry, let's do the other poses now on the left side. Left leg is forward, we come into side angle. Your right arm. Big breath in. Reach up and over behind, breathe out. So this is the big windmill one. That's what I was picturing, right? That water wheel. And it doesn't matter which way you start, right? As long as we do both directions, we'll be okay. Right? And then notice where it feels right to breathe in. For me, it's here. Breathing in as I reach and lengthen. And then breathing out as I'm kind of pressing back towards the body, right? Inhaling as I reach away from the body, that feels right for me. And then exhale as the arm sweeps back towards the body. One more, this direction. Change. Inhale. Again, away from the body, inhale, exhale as I come back towards the body. Inhale. Breathe in. And we'll do one more. Big breath. Find arrowhead. Remembering the back knee can be down if it needs to be, right? Arrowhead here. You're going to make circles with the arms in and out. Just making the best circles you can for your shoulders. Big breath. Exhale. Change direction, big breath. Last one. Bring yourself back to center, levitating light body. One more here. Blooming lotus. Inhale. balance, equanimity, grace. One more. And then find Tadasana. Hands can be wherever they need to be. Steady. Alrighty, opening your eyes. Now for some of you that was enough. And if that was enough, thank you for joining me. For those that want a little more and you've got the time, let's keep going. We're going to move into Chandra Namaskar, right? Salutation to the moon. We start again at the top of the mat. We're reaching up. We're going to interlace the fingers into Akasha Mudra. All right, this pistol grip shape. Inhale. Good. Bend to the right. Exhale. Inhale through the center. Bend to the right. Inhale to the center. Lift up the left foot back. Into Goddess. Good. And we'll take a moment here in Goddess. Right, grounding into the four corners of the feet. Notice how the knees are wide. Right, the arms are strong. But there's a softness here, there's a gentleness here. Right, we can feel our strength and our grounding. Right, but there's also this sense of grace, length, light. Reach on up. 5-pointed star. Big breath. Breathe out. Big breath. Breath out. Triangle. The right foot is staying forward. Right knee is just soft. Right hand comes down to the inside of the right ankle and the left arm reaches up above. Right, so notice that shape here. We're balancing right arm and left. Notice the shape in the legs, a triangle shape, and you're tucking this right hip under as best you can. You might choose to look up. Triangle, Trikonasana. Then we come back to side angle. We've done this one already. I'm going to slide my left foot further back, bringing the right thigh parallel with the floor. Right arm balancing on the right thigh, and then the left arm can reach up and over. Mindful of my microphone. Can reach up. If that's enough, stay here. Otherwise, reach up and over, side angle. Making sure that we're not crowding the ear or the neck. Side angle. Breathe in. And out. One more in. Breath out. Low lunge. Turn the hips and the heart towards the floor. The hands are framing the right foot. The back knee can be down to modify this. Otherwise, squeeze the back kneecap and lengthen from the back heel towards the crown. Breathe in. Breathe out. Malasana. Bring the left foot to the front of the mat. Step as wide as you need to and drop the sit bones towards the mat. Malasana, your squat shape. Now, of course, you might have the hands down to support you. You might have the heels up, right, balancing on your toes. You could be here. All cool. All cool. You just find your malasana, your best squat for this moment. Big breath. Breathe out. Stay there. I'm shifting sides just so I can stay looking towards you. All right, so from Malasana, stepping the right foot back into low lunge. So now the left foot is forward for low lunge, right? We're reversing the flow. Remembering the back knee can be down if you need to. The hands could also be on blocks if you need a little bit more support from the earth. Side angle. Back foot comes down. Left forearm now on left thigh. Right arm could be straight up to the sky or reaching forward. Right, we're finding length and beautiful angles in our side angle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find triangle. So I'm going to bring my back foot in closer, straightening out the left knee, tucking the left hip under. Left arm reaching down towards the inside of the ankle and the right arm is on top. And I'm hoping that that looks pretty aligned. I hope. So right hand, this top hand is above the left one. And then I'm peeling my shoulder back, right? Opening my heart. So I'm kind of square now with the camera towards you. Triangle. Trikonasana. Big breath. Breathe out. 5-pointed star, standing up, reaching up, lengthening. Taking up space. Taking up as much space as you need. As much space as you deserve. Goddess. Steady. Balanced. A coming closer to the earth. A grounding down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stepping back to the front of the mat. Reaching up, Akasha Mudra. Inhale. Drop, or side bend I should say, to the left. Inhale through the center, reach up. Side bend to the right. Inhale, reach up. Drop the hands back to your heart. Hands could be on heart, maybe left hand on top. Left hand on heart, I should say, right hand on top. Notice the beating of your heart. Connect with what is here now. Alrighty, opening your eyes. Flight of the bird. We're going to be stepping back, doesn't matter which leg. Step back now. 2 options. Stepping back into crescent lunge. Right, exhale. Or stepping back, warrior 1 foot. Notice the back foot is down this time. Exhale. Inhale as we open. Warrior 1 foot, a little bit more stable. Exhale as we step forward, hug. Flight of the bird. This one's a bird. Flight of the bird. And is there anything more cleansing and nourishing than a hug? How many hugs have you had today? And if that answer was 1 or 2 or none, this is your chance. Hug yourself. Inhale. Open your heart up to the world. Exhale. Give yourself a hug. Couple more. Last one. Rise to stand. Take a moment in Tadasana. Feeling balance. Conscious of all of your edges right now. Acknowledging and welcoming whatever's here. Reaching up. Bowing for the final time. Let's take halfway lift. Hands to shins, reach the crown forward, lengthen the spine. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here to ground, to steady, to balance. Breathe. And then placing the knees down, we're going to come to a wide leg forward fold. Some of you might choose to sit on your block. Elevating the hips helps to fold forward. You're going to take the legs as wide as you're ready for, right? The knees can be bent. You might have something to prop the knees up, and that will give you a little bit more space in the hamstring. And then you fold. Now, like this can look, let's allow it to look however it looks, right? No one loves this pose really, right? So you're just going to take your legs as wide as you can and then fold as far forward as you can. All right, so take your legs as wide as you can and fold as far as you can. Allow gravity to take you closer or draw you closer towards the earth. And maybe it feels best just to relax the hands the way that I have, palms up. No need to pull or reach or pull. I said pull twice. No need to pull, reach, or perform. Just fold. You might close the eyes, again keeping attention inward. Steadying your breath. And allowing your posterior chain to soften. And 2 more steady breaths here. And once you finish that second breath, bring yourself back up to a seat. Draw the legs back in. Cosmic egg. So a nice way to just balance after such an opening pose. Pull the heels in towards the sit bones. Catch the legs. Give yourself another hug. Forehead to the knees. One more breath here. Paschimottanasana, you can reach the legs out, remembering the knees can stay bent as much as they need to. Do your best to put your chest on your thighs. It doesn't matter whether you're catching the feet or the calves, and then fold. You might find with a little bit of time, you get a little bit more space and maybe the heels slide forward slightly, straightening out the legs a little more, feeling a little more sensation through the posterior chain, the back of your body. One more breath here. Breathe out. Rolling yourself up to a seat. And then coming down to fish pose, Matsyasana. So place the hands underneath the back of the legs. Come onto your forearms, your forearms and elbows. And notice I'm not going to lay all the way down, right? I'm going to lift my heart and the crown of the head goes back. Right, so you can see I didn't lie down, right? I'm still on the elbows, still on the forearms. The hands are underneath the hamstrings, under the back of the legs. The throat is open, the heart is actively lifted. fish Matsyasana. Some of you might like Simha, lion's breath. We inhale nose, tongue out. Last one. Tuck the chin, lie down, gather up the legs, wind release pose here, pulling the knees in towards the chest. You might make circles with the knees or gently rock left and right. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana, is also an option here, catching the feet, drawing the knees towards the edges of your mat and doing your best to lengthen out through your tailbone, stabilizing, neutralizing the hips. And then let's prepare for Shavasana. Of course, if there's any other things you need, you can pause here. Otherwise, we prepare for Shavasana, we lie down. The feet go out to the corners of the mat. I've got my arms down by my side, palms up in a more receptive, open and cooling pose. You might choose to put the hands down, maybe left hand heart, right hand belly. More warming, more introspective. So choose the right place for your hands. There's nothing more to be done. No one you need to be. Just rest. Just rest. Guys, I'm going to leave you here. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your view. Thank you for being here, especially right to the end. Thank you for joining me in the home studio of the Nourishment Co. for the very first time. Stay in Shavasana. Take as long as you need here. Thank you so much. Namaste.